Build a basic armature with foil and masking tape. Add a little bit of foil to the end for a handle. Start laying on your clay and building the basic horse shape. For this specific unicorn, I printed out pictures of carousel horses. I wanted the features to be very distinct, angular, and almost sort of like a caricature of the unicorn. I ended up using most of the tools that I had. Different tools will do different things. The ball tools for smoothing, the dotted tools for making more curved lines, and some of the shaving tools as well. I tried to exaggerate some of the features because I intend on using flocking powder on the unicorn once baked. The base color of the clay will actually show through the flocking powder. The chalk pastels will help to define the shape, and that also will show through the flocking powder. Trim off the foil handle and begin building up the body and the shoulders. I poked a small hole through the clay and into the inside armature for the horn. I pre-baked the horse just briefly so that as I continued to work on it, it would still hold its shape. I created a small eye cane so that both eyes would be the same. Once the eyes are set, you may actually want to pre-bake these very, very briefly, right before you add the eyelids. Adding any shadow and light now with the acrylic paint or colored pencils will work just to accentuate the shadow and light that will be seen underneath the flocking. The fibers here are cruelty-free alpaca. I trimmed the roving into flocking powder. And I used about 3 different colors to be able to get a variation. Add your glue and your flocking powder and be sure to work in sections. Be sure to let each section dry thoroughly before you start to brush off any excess. Use your fingers or a ball tool to press the fibers into the muscle definition. If you notice that your flocking has some flyaways, you can mix up a small amount of glue with a little bit of water, about 80 to 20%, and start to just sort of dab it on the outside of the fur. Be sure to let that dry thoroughly before you take the chalk pastels and add any shadow or highlights. You can seal this with a spray fixative. This part you can get very creative when deciding what kind of base to adhere the bust to and in regards to what kind of hair you might want to add. Firm up a single thread of string with some Elmer's glue and let it dry. Trim it into pieces for eyelashes.